Hey, do you ever feel confused by what's going on in Washington? Well, you're not alone. Things there don't seem normal or rational, because they aren't. It's a fantasy world of power, money, and unrestrained ego. One of my good governor friends, Tommy Thompson, longtime Wisconsin governor, used to call it Disneyland East. I think that's unfair, because Disneyland is a really fun place. I mean, take the recent congressional hearings. Attorney General Bill Barr spent hours and hours taking tough questions from senators, some of whom, like Crazy Mazie, Senator Mazie Hirono of Hawaii, never even asked a question, not one. She just used her entire time to call the Attorney General a liar, a disgrace, and those were the nicer things that she said to him. The following day, Attorney General Barr was scheduled to go through another televised colonoscopy from House members. But at the last minute, the committee chairman, Jerry Nadler of New York, announced that instead of elected Democrats asking questions, they'd have some Democrat staff lawyers to do it. So Barr announced that he'd be happy to take questions from the elected members, but he wasn't going to sit through hours of questions by people elected by no one. A sitting cabinet member hadn't been questioned by staff since it happened back in 1987, some 32 years ago. Now, you would have thought that Barr had spray-painted graffiti on the Capitol dome. So when Barr didn't show up for what was nothing more than a dog and pony show, the dogs and ponies went all-out animal. Congressman Steve Cohen of Memphis, who is one of the most profane, angry, and pompous members of Congress, put on his little boy pants. And he brought a ceramic chicken to the hearing room and a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. He placed the little toy chicken on the witness table and then proceeded to gorge himself on the finger-licking treat while seated at the hearing room table. Now, they should have set up a kiddie table for him. Even by congressional standards of juvenile behavior, he made a fool of himself. I mean, surely the people of his district in Tennessee can find someone more capable and less embarrassing to send to Congress. I mean, if you're going to send a clown who eats fast food in the chamber, get Ronald McDonald to be your congressman. Come on. I mean, Cohen acted like he was a few fries short of a Happy Meal. And after Barr failed to bring his own rope to the left-wing lynching, Nadler had a hissy fit and then assembled the Oversight Committee to vote on a contempt of Congress charge against the Attorney General. If you saw any of it, you saw a true spectacle of pious and preening Congress members seeking to denigrate Barr's character, even though what they accused him of was not giving over a full report from the Mueller files. What they failed to admit was that they actually had access to that report. But not one, hear me now, not one of those Democrats had bothered to go and read it. So they waited until the TV lights came on, and they spent about 6 hours talking when everyone with IQ above broccoli knew that the votes would be all Democrats for it, all Republicans against it. The contempt charge, of course. But it wasn't about the vote or even contempt. Folks, the real contempt is the contempt that members of Congress seem to have for us. So here's what it really means. Because Barr has said he was going to get to the bottom of government officials lying and leaking, and because he has pledged to hold accountable those who have participated in a conspiracy, cover-up, and an attempted coup against an elected president, Nadler and crew are left with only one desperate play, and that's destroy the credibility of the very one who promised to be a good cop and root out and expose the bad cops. Now, for that to work, you've got to be as corrupt and cranky as the members of Congress who are afraid of where a trail of truth will actually lead. But just remember, when they say it's about Barr's credibility, it isn't. It's about theirs. And some of these folks in Washington are scared to death that you are going to find out what they've been up to with your money. That's what it's about.